Hi there, it's Lori. It's Tackle It Tuesday, and I have tackled a lot of stuff, including my grandchildren. No, just kidding. I survived the weekend with 2 toddlers. Thankfully, my granddaughter is potty trained, so at least I didn't have that to deal with. I just had the one, and I don't know if y'all know, but boy poopy diapers are not great. I mean, all poopy diapers are not great, but I don't know what it is. It seems like the boy poopy diapers smell a little bit more. Probably my own perception, probably not at all reality, but who knows? If you saw my Sunday Night Live, you know that I've been having migraine stuff. Part of it's because Botox is delayed. Part of it's because it's really windy. Hopefully you saw my short with the beautiful leaves, because it's beautiful. And I'm so sorry. Okay, let's just talk about this. What is in this box is not anything from Target. What is in that box is one of the first things I need to tackle. I would like to get this sent off. I've already done the card and put it in a bag, but I have to check something before I send that off. To Boggy Creek. Well, to Nancy at She's Got Yarn too. She's the apostrophe S is not apostrophe S, it's apostrophe Z. So if any of you were looking for that, then that may be an issue. So, on that's Boggy Creek. So I'm going to check something, and then that needs to get tackled and packaged up and sent off. You saw this last week. You saw this. I finished this. I finished this today. I made it a little longer, I think, than it's supposed to be, but since it's not very stretchy because I used a chenille type yarn, I mean, it's sort of stretchy, but I'm nuts. Even with, this is for an adult. I have to figure out what I want to do as my hanging strap. I haven't decided yet. I kind of sewed down the back here so that I could attach I don't know. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I might need to use a cotton. I probably want to use tan or brown. Maybe I'll use something like this from the scraps from another yarn, which again, Tackle It is another yarn's concept. It's tackle whatever you need to get done. Why is this all messy? Well, this is fun. Unanticipated yarn balling up. What the heck? This is like a magic trick. Like, is it ever going to end? It's got to end some. I think we're getting close. This is just funny. So we're going to go with it. There's my story. Some wild times with pull the yarn out, and there we go. There's part of it. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, there's the end. It was sort of like a little magic trick, right? This is cotton. It's a tan and white. It's a tan that's got just a hint or a touch of pink. So I might not use that. Maybe I'll use red. Maybe I'll use green. I don't know. Put your opinions. What should I do for the hook? Because it will hang. What I do is I hang the stockings. And then whenever my adult family gets together for Christmas, it gets filled and put on the floor. So I'm not going to be putting a ton of weight other than the stocking itself. It's not crazy heavy. This is for my newest son-in-law, and it's his second Christmas with us as an actual son-in-law, that, paper sign or whatever. But I didn't get it done last year because I finally got my other son-in-law's finally done last year as a Christmas in July for Armchair Chef. Anyway, so this was tackled. This is also part of Camille's holiday, and I didn't sew that front part down because I wanted the flexibility to have more space if I wanted. Anyway, I don't know. I may sew the whole edge down. I don't know. This is also part of Crafting Kitty's Creator Spotlight. So this is Turtle Trunk, but this is part of Camille's Creations Happy Holidays Challenge. Again, it doesn't need to be Christmas. It can be anything from those lists. The idea is gifting, gift to yourself, whatever. Anyway, so that's done. But here's my real tackle it. Last Thursday, I think it was. Last Thursday, Camille in her live said, I'll give double entries. The Happy Holiday Challenge, you make anything from her tutorials or from her 25 whatevers lists, and you submit it to her, submit each entry separately. This isn't on one of her lists yet. This one is. And you can't make like 16 washcloths all the same from her tutorial. No, that would be one entry. But so that's why there's so many different items. I've done a lot. Oh, so sorry. Anyway, I think this is me thinking about when she said you'll get double entries if you're the first person that gets it done, makes it. This is from her tutorial for Battle of the Stitches. I absolutely love how it came out. This was some mill-in cotton that I've gotten. It was a pound of it, so I've given some away. I've used a lot of it. I'm down to... Something needed to fall down. I'm down to that much of this. Between using it here. This I already had. I think it's called cornflower. I only have that much of it left. It was a big, huge... It was a... How many ounces? Where are you? Of course, I folded in the part I need. It was 4 ounces. I bet I'm down to 1.5 ounces. Is it cornflower? Did I remember right? I'm making stuff up because I just see a color number. I called it cornflower. I don't know. And then this is a cotton acrylic blend, I believe. This, more stuff fell. Cool. Is from another yarn from the stuff she was gifting me. Like I said, I'm assuming that's a cotton acrylic blend. It could be 100% cotton, but I don't think so. I think it's a cotton acrylic blend. This tote bag, I finished it from the time she said it while I was doing 6 other things. Again, I had to get ready for the weekend with my grandchildren at my daughter's house, so I wasn't home to do any of my normal stuff. So I had to be way ahead of the game. So anyway, here's the tote bag from Camille's Creations. This is her Battle of the Stitches pattern she created. Battle of the Stitches is Critters Crochet and Strings and Threads, Heather. And then each month, different people join in the competition. And so you actually design something using the stitch. It was this stitch in the middle, which if you can see here, let me pull it out. That was the stitch. There were 2 options in October. This was option number 2. It's basically a mesh stitch, but you have 2 double crochets and then 1 chain. So it's not a mesh stitch. It's called an eyelet stitch. Anyway, but I don't remember which eyelet. Sorry. Make everybody yawn. Anyway, from the time I started on that night to 6 a.m., I worked on it off and on, along with trying to get all my videos up through Monday morning, which I did. I accomplished it, but... And that there was tackled, and I was ahead of Lexi only because Lexi did what I almost did. She's like, I'm going to go to sleep, and then I'm going to get up really early and finish. I knew if I went to sleep, it wasn't going to get finished. Not that day anyway. Oh, that must be the seam. So that's the front. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, you do anything from any of her tutorials, do one. Just get at least 1 entry. So you're going to email to share with Camille. I'll have all that information in there, and the playlists that go with that. But that's my big tackle it. So I finished this. I'm going to check one thing. Boggy Creek blanket is pretty much ready to go. And you got to see me wind some yarn, which was pretty funny and not planned. And you can see my hair is fading out. I'm trying to, I may go get some pink. If if my Target has the pink overtone, I'll just do it for, October. Do it pink for the fun of it. See how I like it. I have some purple stuff that I was trying to rinse the overtone out to try the other product to compare. But this is staying in pretty seriously. It's kind of fading to a blue. I'm sure you can see that, which is fascinating. So the red washed out first is really what that is, right? Because purple is red and blue. Anyway, I've chatted long enough. And you got bonus watching me wind up yarn. Thank you, as always, another yarn. And please go check out Camille's Creations Happy Holiday Challenge. Again, it's not just for Christmas. It's not just that. You can pull anything from any of her playlists where it says 25 free patterns, blah, blah, whatever kind of patterns, or any of her tutorials. This one's fantastic. I accidentally put an extra row of these in because it was the middle of the night and I wasn't counting. So there you go. I will have a quick, probably just a post for the Last Decade Divas video. And it will be by Mishi. Most of you know Mishi. All right. You're going to see whips tomorrow. The reason I made sure I finished this, and I finished this in one night, is because my whips are semi out of control at this point. Yep, they sure are. You'll see tomorrow. As I always say, thanks for coming in, and can I get an amen?